_candle. Hello.
Hello. Ahoy. Salutations. Let me get some background music going on here. What should I use? Let's start with the classic, the lo-fi beats that often go in the background of my design streams. Hi. I was doing a little bit of tinkering around with Onshape just earlier today, and felt like getting back into it. It's been a while since I did a design stream, so I wanted to just kind of tinker around, make some random things, see what kinds of cool shapes I can discover. I've got a tiny little baby rat walking around here. Oh, there's his tail. I can't quite navigate to it with the camera. Baby boy, can I scoop you up? Rat. Here he is. Here's the boy. Hello, the boy. Sweet guy. Oh.
A Brentford. Big rat boy.
He is a big rat. This is true. Oh, buddy. Very large, very rodent. But he purrs such a sweet purr. Those little footies. Right here. Buddy. Hey, bye.
A Brentford. Such a handsome kitty.
It's true. I like the little kind of brown patch that he has on one of his, like the corner of his chin. It's very good. Sweet boy. Let's, do some design work, why don't we? So, yeah, it's interesting doing this without like a specific place I'm going. I'm gonna start out with some shapes. Also, I put this on the like art category on Twitch, which is something I have not done before. I put this on just chatting typically, but I don't know. art is subjective. This might be it.
A Brenifer.
What do I want
It's
here?
art, for sure.
I think I'm gonna make some kind of pendant. I think that's what I'll go for. Let's start out with just this symmetrically pulled out. Like that much. And what do I want to really do with this? I think I'd like to
Gigantier
carve this out
56.
in such a way.
Hello at light_candle.
Hello Gigantor, welcome. I'd like to carve this out so that along each of these lines we've got, I don't know, kind of a pattern as if it's been
Gigantier
folded over
56.
itself here.
Hi at a Brenifer.
So I'm trying to think if there's a good way to make that happen. Like I can follow this line up through here like that.
A Brenifer. Hi Gigantier.
And then this line down like so. And this line across. And like that's kind of what I want to do, but I want this to be 3 discrete sections that kind of curve inward over time. So I think my best bet to start with might be making some very like microscopic cuts along these. Something like so. So let's go from further up on the line down. And this really can be super small. 0.001 across. We'll do the same thing over here. Again, we want this to be as small as possible. And geometry is on our side here. If it intersects with that point there, and it has any width at all, it's going to be just slightly outside of the shape there. So now what we want to do is we want to extrude each of those microscopic regions and remove them. You know, probably a faster way to do this is actually to hover over like that and then just remove the regions I don't want. No, it selected way too many things there. Let's get rid of... We tried that. It actually was not super cooperative to us. So let's just zoom in here. Select this. We've got our 3 panes. So now we just remove those all the way down. And we have 3 separate parts here. So now that I have 3 separate parts, what I can do is I can go over to this side. I can create a sketch on this face, and I can say I want to go from the very end here to like the midpoint. And I'm just going to extrude remove that. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other 2 here. Over here, sketch on this face. I want to extrude remove. This piece. And same thing here. Sketch from the very edge to that midpoint. And remove. And now, looking at this from the front face, we get kind of that effect that we wanted. However, This is looking very angular and blocky to me. I think it would be cool if it was a little bit softer. So let's go in. Oh, let's try this first. Let's give ourselves
Stream elements.
a little edge
Light
here.
underscore candle is now live. Streaming art. 3D modeling some stuff.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. It's a little bit, you know, geometric and pleasant to look at. Let's mess with that. Let's bring that down to 0.25 so that it just gives some, like, some boundaries to this thing, some definition. And then it would be cool to, I don't know, fillet these corners down. Can I fillet these internal corners? That's kind of cool. I don't know. Let's, if that's rounded there... No, I don't really like the look of that. I want the profile, like the outside profile of this, to still be very sharp. If I boost this a little bit, or a lot, I think that's kind of fun, but I'm actually gonna shift it so that we're doing that fillet first, and then the chamfer, so that the chamfer is consistent around these edges. Oh, we've got a baby cactus back there, doing some chomping. Sweet baby boy. Hi, orange child. Catechin. No, he's busy eating. I also have a little baby bear sitting by my feet here, being very sweet. We need something in the center of this shape, I think. I think we do. What do we want to do with that? Let's see about making another inscribed polygon.
Gigantier 56. A sphere?
Oh yeah, I think that would be nice. And I can make it precisely wide enough that it touches the edges here. Oh, I'll need to actually, within this sketch, just create a line across like that. Let's say we want tangent there, so now that sphere is exactly touching all of these walls. Let's go ahead and revolve this about that center point. That's pretty fun. I think I want this to be like a little transparent, maybe a lot transparent. I don't like how a lot of the reds appear in transparency. I just don't think they translate very well. Let's make all of this, oh, not totally black, because then we like lose all of our edges and such, but set it like there. And then let's make these front bits really shine. So we get kind of more representation of the way these are angled off of each other. And I think, let me see, I actually want to put maybe a slightly smaller sphere inside of that sphere. Like that. Let's bring this sketch back, and I'm going to revolve this interior sphere so that we get that kind of effect where it's not totally transparent, it's, you know, kind of shining. I think that's fun with that purple there. Yeah, this is coming together. Now, where do I want this shape? I'm regretting building it the direction that I did. I think if I had done like that, that would feel better to me. But it's all relative. I think I want this to be on like the hilt of a dagger. Or maybe just entirely the hilt of a dagger in and of itself. I do feel like maybe I should take these three pieces and mirror them. So let's, if I mirror across this plane, then we get the orb itself is kind of off center. How does this feel? Ignore the orb for a second. And how does this feel? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think, let me change the mirror.
Looks cool.
Let's mirror across just this plane. Intersect. Now that's kind of fun. That's just where these two things have intersected with one another. Makes it a lot sharper. Although we got rid of our sphere somewhere in that process. Why did the sphere go away? Oh, because I said intersect, merge with all. So if instead I say intersect and merge with those three pieces, well, now it's just totally removing them. Oh, because it's still off of this plane. Okay. Okay, so here, if I intersect with these three pieces, merge scope part 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I mean, what I think I'll do then, these have become very, very sharp. And they also don't like totally meet. I mean, I could go back to each of these sketches and change some things around. Like I could, this sketch is fine. I could go here, and instead of going to that midpoint I could go over further. But no, let's get rid of the mirroring for now. We'll just say that this is one side of the whole thing. We'll have to make something wider where this is like the back piece to it. I think that's going to be our best bet. And that'll make more sense like as we get to it. So first let's make on this backside here a rough shape for the whole object. So let's see, this will go up to the blade there. Down here we've got the hilt, which I kind of want to have this like telescoping feel to it. Like it's multiple pieces that kind of shift down and shrink away over time. Let's clean up the mess I've left over by doing things this way. This I'll leave as is. We want a line clean through the center here, because all of these I'm really going to like rotate. And triangles are going to be important to this design. We've established. That's not the direction that I want that triangle to go. Let's try that one more time. So we'll have a little triangle on the end of this thing. I guess we've just kind of decided that this is actually the center of the thing, so we're just going to have to appreciate this design from one side unless I decide to mess around with things further later. But I'm okay with that. We can always do some like offsetting of planes or whatever. Okay, so we've got our telescoping handle there. Up here, I want the blade itself to look kind of sci-fi. I want it to start flared outward very far.
Very good.
Thank you. Start outward very far, and then it's going to come up. So initially I was thinking of having it be like very sharp and coming to a point, but I also like the idea of maybe having something more that direction, where it's like very much not sharp. It's very unwieldy. No, we're actually not going to go with that shape. I've just decided upon further inspection. Is this the center here? Yeah. We will make it unseasonably sharp instead. So that's interesting. We've got multiple like conceptions of midpoint lines going on here that have kind of confused each other. I think I also want to pull this down, maybe? It seems like it should line up with that triangle, right? Maybe what we have on our hands is actually like a lance. Oh, see, this shape is fun. It needs some more support, but if I do something like that, then that could be very cool. Let's do that. let's mirror this over to the other side. So now we've got more of like a sword. Okay, let's mess around with this a bit. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty cool. So telescoping base to start with. This is kind of unwieldy, but we'll mess around with that a little bit more as needed. And there we go. That's all we need that sketch for. Now let's put some extra pieces on this. This is no longer connected here. There we go. And I did actually want that to telescope smaller as it goes, so let's mess with that. We want to start out with this pretty wide, like maybe too wide to practically be held. Sketch could not be solved. What's that about? Okay, up to this point. So from here out to here, up to here. Why is that causing issues with this other side, I wonder? With so much of this, my goodness. If I just do one line from here to here, is that going to be a problem? It says it's overdefined. If I get rid of that constraint, okay, now it's fine. Now it's happy. That constraint hasn't messed with anything. Okay. I can adjust this piece without anything blowing up. Let's widen this also a little bit, please. Nope. That piece refuses to be shifted. Oh, because I have it going directly to the midpoint of something else? Okay, fine. However, I am going to force it to let me make this larger. Okay, now let's do some rotating. I could have selected all of those and revolved at the same time, but I didn't. Let's extrude this out symmetrically, ideally including these middle bits. And this on the end, we're going to make also transparent and purple. Most of the color work I'm going to wait on until like the end here. But those few things I just felt strongly about. Wanted to not lose. I guess this we really are just going to have to carry through. What happens if I just extend this extrusion out further? Well, that's kind of funny. It's kind of cool. But it does mean that there are some later things that I need to do something about. So this extrusion here needs to go through all the way. Now that I've done that, yeah, the rest is behaving correctly. And the orb is in the correct spot. Okay, cool. So actually, I think that solved all of my problems with trying to make things symmetrical. At least I hope so. So this is going to go up a ways. we're going to ignore that middle piece for now. Okay, let's start with that and mess around a bit. Let's hide all of those. And let's also select these pieces just to make it the same, to make it consistent on the sides. We've got like this very curved blade up here, and we have some elements down below that I don't want to mess with, these pieces. So I think the idea of having it just kind of barely intersect there is fun. Adds some sharp angles to this whole business. Let's chamfer these sides in. I would like for the chamfer to have the same feature that the fillet has, where I can just kind of drag it down and over. Let's try 0.75. Let's try a full 1. How do we feel about that? I think that's nice. I do want to do something with this blank space in here. So let's go back into our core sketch. Yeah, this rectangle just isn't doing us any favors, so we've filleted up the sides there. Here. What if I did an arc just straight across? I don't think that's straight across. Let's make a line to reference. And we had it just barely touching the top of this piece. I don't know how that's going to look. I don't really have like a, I don't know, a style guide or anything I'm following here. But now, for this extrusion, I want to also select that. That's okay. It's fine. I definitely want to keep this central area clear, but I think I might want this to totally fill out the rest of that.
That's better than all the white space.
Yeah, I think... Here, let's trim this away. I think really what I want here is just this. It doesn't have to be like perfectly precise, but if I do that, the inside of this is respected while we have stuff going on the outside. Let's also chamfer these curves. It does not like that. Never mind. We'll keep that as is for now. This is pretty shallow. I might want to extrude it up a bit further, especially now that I've told it to respect that interior space. Okay, that gives us more room for this blade, which I do think I'll do in 3 separate pieces here. So let's start with this. Let's bring it up about yay far. Then both of these pieces. will be a little bit more narrow. And if I chamfer these faces, oh, if I do it like that, so that's kind of cool. That'll have those pieces be just like free floating, like kind of a suggestion that they're connected, but actually they aren't. Something to think about, but I think right now I do actually want them totally connected. And let's do the same on the blade itself. This I want to be sharp. So let me see. I extruded this by 1.2 centimeters. So if I chamfer it by 1.2, that'll make it perfectly sharp. So now I could take all of this top stuff and I could mirror it across. And that's looking pretty cool. I do want to do some work with the colors here, because so far all of the decisions I've made have been just based around this central thing.
Gigantier 56. Nice. I was thinking sharp right when you said that.
So, colors. I do like the blade itself being
That's so pretty.
Very bright. Thank you. And I like it also using the same gold that we have here. Although actually one thing we could do, let me experiment with something real quick. So this is part 10 here. Let's get rid of that. Let's extrude this shape up. The other was at 1.2. This I want to be very shallow, so like 0.6. And I want to chamfer it also to 1.2. Then let's take this blade and let's make it transparent. Oh, not just that face. I actually want the appearance of the entire part to change. So if I make that very transparent and do the same, like red on the outside and purple on the inside thing, then it thematically fits with our gem that we have there. Is that the same purple I used? Here, let's go to our appearance panel here. So it's a different red I used on the outside. Was it this? That looks like it's maybe the same. Is it just a different level of transparency? Yeah, okay. So that's consistent. Here I'm using the deepest, or not the deepest, but one of the deeper purples. Okay. These pieces here, oh no, I don't want to include that in my color mixing. These pieces here, I want to kind of make the opposite of these. I want them to be gold, but then for these two faces to be the dark gray. So we just have kind of that gold trim to it. And I'm okay with all of this being gold, darker. Let's see what that looks like if that is
stream elements.
much lighter.
Enjoying the stream? Don't forget to follow to catch
I think
me
that's
later.
kind of nice. I think
Subscribe if you
it
are
provides
into that kind
some
of
good
thing.
contrast. Let's hide this sketch, by the way. Yeah, I think that's nice. For the hilt here, what do we want to do? We could have this be that darker color, maybe around each of oh, see, I think I just want to, yeah, ignore those during this. Now let's go in and change these. Do we keep up that gold motif? I think that's kind of nice. Let's hide those and the origin. I think that's looking pretty cool. This piece is maybe a bit too far out now. Let's bring that in a little bit. Okay. Now we take...
Gigantier 56. Is the hilt long enough?
It's definitely a goofy length. I think that maybe if I made this bit longer, it would work better as like a real, I mean, practical sword. Entities to mirror. All of this. Mirroring across. This right here.
Gigantier 56. Smiley face.
That's interesting how the circles look when they're not quite centered. And it's funny, with it now doubled, like the blade does look significantly thicker. Though keep in mind, this is all housing for like the bit in the middle there, which then seems to be surrounded by some sort of energy. But I think it's pretty. I do like how kind of heavy this bit is now. That's really nice.
A Brennifer. I like it.
Thank you. So this is, I'd say, a pretty nice start to just designing random stuff today. Let me scoop up my boy, my son, my illiterate child, because he's being so cute. You're being so cute,
A
baby rat.
Scoob.
Oh, he's being very sleepy. But he's not allowed to sleep right now, because if he sleeps right now, he'll keep trying to ambush my hands underneath my pillow.
A Brennifer. I love that child.
Baby boy. He is an exceptional cuddler. If I leave my arm out in front of me, kind of like this, he will come and do a couple of circles and then sit down right inside the crook of my arm with his whole like face right up by my neck. And he'll purr his little head off. Oh, he's eeping. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, hi, little dude.
Gigantier 56.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, wow. A Brennifer.
Hello.
EP.
Eepy and Snuggly. Little man. Do you have places to be? What do you think, buddy? We gotta look around a little bit? Maybe. Oh. Sweet little boy cat.
56. I never realized the black under his chin was only half of his chin.
Yeah, it's not symmetrical. On one side, there's not very much at all, and on the other side, there's quite a lot. It's Goofy. He's Goofy. Are you gonna be a lap cat? He seems to kind of be thinking about being a lap cat. That's fine by me, baby bear. Let's move on to our next design here. I like how we started out with just kind of a shape that felt good, and then we worked outward from there. Here, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do something involving the helix. Because it's just fun. Maybe like a DNA pattern. But then, like, if I'm making a double helix DNA thing, then I'm just making a thing that exists. And I don't want to do that. Let's start out with an inscribed polygon again. 8 sides is a fun number. And then what do we want to do with this? I think this is going to be a friend. I think we're going to make a friend here. Now this friend right now is at risk of becoming the Pokemon Starmie, so we've got to get out of that space pretty quickly. This is the friend's, like, eye. It's a Cyclops. It's a Cyclops wizard. And I'm definitely feeling some some Magic Crab vibes from this. But this is a legally distinct entity from Magic Crab. Very important to note. This entity shan't be misconstrued to be a crab of magic. Let's get a little 3-point arc going. Let's figure out the height of this thing first. Oh, I want to do kind of a whimsical hat here. So actually, let's hold up on that for now. Let's just make the brim okay, you hide away for a while. I just got this dimension correct so that I can revolve this around. Let's make that brim a little bit wider. And then on top of this, we want the general shape of the hat. It's going to sit on that plane. Then I need an offset plane further up. Can I get an offset plane, please? Let's take it all the way up here. see, so there are a couple of things I'm thinking here. I want the hat to go kind of up and curve around and like twist into a neat little thing. But I wanted to use a loft to do that, and I don't know if a loft is really going to do the thing that I want it to. We'll mess around with some stuff and see what we accomplish. Let's create a sketch here. Now from the top view, we want like a very small oval just off to the side. So right now if I loft this from one face to another, I can create some funky stuff like that. Now, let's see, match tangent. What does path do? Oh, interesting. So I might actually be able to do the thing that I wanted to by identifying a specific curve that I want this to follow. So let's try that real quick. I'm gonna leave this as is, this loft. And I'm gonna create a sketch here that takes us from here, kind of billowing upwards, and then around to a point. I need sketch 5 to happen before the loft, so that now I can say follow. Now that's funky. That's that's cool. Okay, this kind of gives me something like what I wanted. It's not perfect, but it's definitely looking very wizard hat-like, if you ask me. For our friend here. And maybe our friend isn't a full-blown wizard. Maybe they're just kind of wizard adjacent. Let's give some reasonable thickness to the hat. I do think it's weird that it wouldn't cut up into that until it's much shallower. That's fine. That's a good hat thickness, and it gives us the actual hat of the hat. It does mean that right now the gem is totally free floating. We can fix that. I think that rather than just having an eye here, we're going to have like a whole head. That's maybe too low. I want the head to start just enough to give us a little bit of face underneath this gem eye thing. Let's set this up to be rotated. I'm gonna have to extrude this out further, but not quite that far, but we'll see just how much we need in a second here. So this is the head, that's the gem. I can bring it in a little bit. Not that far though. Oh, now he just looks kind of cheerful. That's fun. But no, I think I want the gem to go all the way through. Even if that means we have to move some stuff around. Can I... Where's my transform tool? I'd like to translate XYZ, this hat, upward and forward. Not forward. Just upward. Okay. And I'm gonna also translate this bit
Gigantier 56.
upward.
Wow, so much you can do with this software.
It's pretty nice, yeah. Okay, so now that I have that moved up, I think the eye is exactly where I want it to be. It'd be cool to have this be higher. And I think it's only not because of how I chose to do things there. Let's see if I can make a loft from here back to this plane. To do a little twisty. Okay, so that's there. Oh, I actually want this. Yeah, no, on plane one. I don't know where my shapes keep going. It's rude of them to just disappear. Okay, you're there. I've defined you to be there. Stay. Good. Now, sketch from the front plane. Let's just try this for now, and I might adapt things later. I want to go there, along this path. Let's get rid of the guides and continuity. We've got the path there. What are you angry about? Selections create a self-intersecting body. What if I lower the section count? What if I raise the section count? What if I change some of these properties? What if I flip these around? So I go from there to there. I mean, that does it. It doesn't look good. Okay, well at least now we know that that doesn't look good. That's unfortunate. but this is still a fine hat for a wizard. I think he's gonna have a big head and a tiny little wizard body. He needs little wizard arms. Like so. I'll take this and I'll mirror it over to the other side. And he needs tiny little wizard legs.
Gigantier 56. Liking the music.
Thank you. It's just DMCA free lo-fi beats and such. Very good little leggy there. I do want this to also be a new piece. And now I want to mirror this and this across this plane. Here's my boy. He needs a wand, naturally.
A Brennifer. I like him so much.
He's a good little guy. I'm tempted to try to give him a cloak, but the last time I tried to do anything that involved with textures, I feel like it didn't go very well. Yes, this is the fastest way to make that effect that I could come up with on the spot. Okay, I got rid of half of the base of the wand, but that's fine because I'm just going to rotate that. What are you complaining about here? Just deleting that constraint. This will go out symmetrically. Not very far at all. His little baby wand. I should give him a little cape down his back. Let's see, I think I want to do that by engaging with this plane. I want to create an offset plane. No, not a new sketch. I want to create an offset plane down to like just inside of his head there. I'll create a sketch on this plane that looks at the top like what I want the top of his cape to look like. Boom. Let's just extend this outward as far as we want for now. Or actually, let me make another line here and say I want these lines to be equal. Okay. So now I thought I was going to get through this without using any mirrors, but then I put that right there. That's not how that works. Oh, I just mirrored things in the wrong direction. So first select the mirror line and then select this. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's enough mirroring. I do want to actually have like a lot of ruffles and frills to this thing back and forth. Have I mentioned that I didn't have any snow days this week? And how unfair that is? Messed up.
A Brennifer. Very unfair.
Okay, the rest of this I don't have to worry about so much. That's the top of the cape. And now I want to create an offset plane again, but lower down. I think I want it to be maybe even past his feet. Yeah, I want him hovering a little bit above the ground. Okay, we'll create that plane there. I'm actually going to take this sketch and copy it. And now we'll come down here. We will create a sketch on this new plane. Paste those same sketch entities down into place. I'm gonna scale
Stream
this
elements.
up.
Join my Discord. https://discord.gg/snitchfucky.
And now I ought to be able to say, I want to create a loft from one sketch face to the other. Oh, I should make some ruffles on the inside too. Here, let me fix that, because that's really what we're gonna see more than anything else. This inside. And once I do it here, I'll just change the outside piece as well. Or not the outside piece, I'll change the lower piece to correspond. So let's actually do the same thing I did before, copy sketch entities, go down here, get rid of all this, paste sketch entities, and now scale this up, slide it into place. Now we loft from that to that. Now that's looking pretty good already. Pretty good as in pretty goofy. But I'm going to change the start and end conditions. Oh yeah, that's good. So it kind of flows out like that. Now I wonder, I guess these are all perfectly tangent to each other?
Yes.
Is that what's going on here? Are these just tangent? So I do need these to connect at the end, so I need this to be coincident with that. Here, where did this go wrong? Okay, we're just gonna be okay with the outside pieces not strictly being tangent. Did I keep all of my tangents here? Yes, I did. Okay. So now I think if I go down to this bottom sketch and also make things tangent along the inside, then we'll be golden. Oh, I see. That's the problem. It says you really need a closed curve here in order to do this. And there we go. It's perfectly set up around the inside, except for that last piece. What's going on with that last piece? Hey, buddy. Okay, y'all are doing the right thing down here. So what's going on up top? Yeah, this has stopped being tangent. There we go. And the back is actually consistently flowing outward. So that's nice. We've got our little wizard here. Let's do some work with color. Look at his little self.
Very good.
I think I should maybe give him some shoes. I think that that's just what's right and good.
Gigantier 56. Wow,
Wasn't.
Gigantier 56. Wasn't sure how you were going to pull off the cape.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure either. And then it just kinda worked out. Let's mirror just this piece about the right plane. So first of all, he's gonna have little black shoes, maybe little like brown leather shoes. I think his head is gonna stay blue. I think this is gonna become transparent and purple. I think his hat is also going to be kind of a dark leather, but we'll add a gold trim to it. The cape being gold is fun. Do we want to try a different color with it? I think the purple, like the dark purple, is more magician to me, more magician coated. The star, it's got to be gold. The wand itself. Oh, interesting. Okay, so right now the wand is actually the same part as the hand. So I have to say edit appearance for those faces. Body. I do want it to be clear that this guy's wearing some clothes. I think that's maybe our boy. Now let's check. Do I want this to be a lighter color to contrast with his body there? I think I might. Let's hide the extra planes that I've created. Look at this guy. Look at this little dude. I think that's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good guy. So we have this menacing looking sword. We have this
little wizard guy.
Less menacing looking little wizard guy. What else should we create here? I feel like we need to have some sort of beast that perhaps the wizard guy is helping a knight or something vanquish. Let's see. I'm gonna start with a cylinder. I'm just messing around with this starting angle here, so I can have it like meet up flatly with that. So I've got this helix shape. Now for the actual body of the beast. We'll have this. Swept along that path. We can hide this part now. This is going to be the body of our new friend, the beast. I'm gonna give him a face. Let's sketch not from there, but from this right plane.
Four computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
See, I'm trying to figure out, like, A, if there's a place that I want to cut this off. B, just like what sort of shape I'm going for, because I might extrude this out and then kind of curve it. In fact, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let me extrude this outward symmetrically. Let's have this be a new piece. So then I can hide this. I can say I want to extrude outward from here, and I just want the intersection with part 3.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I mean, that looks kind of goofy, but maybe goofy is what we're looking for this creature. Let's soften this a little bit if we can. I guess that's as soft as that gets. No, I like actually this shape more as a starting place. We can still round out the sides of the face a little bit. Let's actually I think this is a snake friend. I think this is a snake friend. I want an offset plane into the head here, just at the very front of it. We're going to sketch a tiny little snake tongue. So it needs to have kind of a divot in the top, and I'd like that divot to be symmetrical. So let me go across. Yeah, like that. And now I can sketch from here just a little blet like that. Let's sweep this along this path. So it'll have a little baby snake tongue at the front. I think at the back here we want some sort of exaggerated rattle thing going on. Is this perfectly centered? It is. Okay, good. And maybe I don't want it to be quite that perfect. Maybe I want it to like arc up, arc back down. You know, something like that. Whoop. And each of these I'll set up so that I can you know, make a full rotation. I'm gonna have to do a decent bit of trimming here, and I need to preserve like one side of each of these things perfectly. So if I get rid of that and that, then I can curve this top piece here. So then I can get rid of that and that. Curve the bottom piece here. I get rid of that and that, so I can curve the top piece there and that. Oh, we actually do kind of need that, huh? Well, that's fine. I'll just select that last little bit there. And then we don't actually care about this. We don't care about this. We don't care about this. We don't care about this. I'm just trying to make this as easy for myself as possible as I go in and make some rotations, some revolutions. Okay, that's kind of goofy looking. Oh, but what I can do, hold up. So this last revolution, I actually just want to merge with that there. What I can do is I can take this whole thing and do a transformation. I want to change the scale, not uniformly. I think it's the Y scale that I want to change. Let's try like 1.5. Nope, not the Y scale. That can stay at 1. Is it the X scale 1.5? Yeah, okay, that's almost enough. 1.8. I think that's probably about as perfect as I'm gonna get it. What does this look like without edges? And without that sketch back there? A little bit more rattle-like, maybe? I'm kind of losing patience with this design for no particular reason. Just kind of what's going on. I will, before I stop though, give him googly eyes. maybe different sizes here. And if they're googly eyes, then really, like, these should just be kind of down and around, right? Yeah, I'm not liking the look or the feel of that. Let's make eyes just on the sides of them here. What is the center point? I can remove that all the way through. Oh, he looks kind of friendlier now. This I do want to keep that blue color. What if I just make these faces a lighter color, and then I make the interior here well, I guess this should be like the pupil. I don't know. I think that's kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do, like, feature-wise with this guy. I'm just not liking looking at him right now. I'd much rather look at this little guy. I think he looks better shaded with edges. Let's see with the sword without edges. It's kind of neat. I like it. But I think that's actually where I'm going to call things. It turns out creating things from scratch rather than like coming in with a plan of what to design, it has its perks. It was fun, and we would never have gotten this little guy otherwise because he doesn't exist anywhere else. But it's also, I don't know, kind of creatively draining.
I like this approach a lot.
Yeah, it's a fun way to go. I might do more things like this in the future. We shall see.
Referenceless. Very fun creations.
Thank you.
Gigantier 56. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Well, right on. I think that is where we'll call it for tonight then. But thank y'all for being here and hanging out. Hope you have a good evening. I'm excited to be in Denver very soon.
Thank you. Gigantier 56.
Yeah,
Good
we
night
will.
all.
We will call
Thanks.
it here. Nighty night. Thanks for being here.
A Brennifer. Heck yeah.
Bye bye.
A Brennifer. Good night all. Stream elements. Watch my design VODs on YouTube. youtube.com/@lightcandle/videos.